I mean, what a way to close out the Olympics. You and Snoop together with the backdrop of LA.
It's magic though. I don't even feel comfortable performing without Snoop. It's just like, yeah, I rarely do it. I've done it with Kendrick and Eminem,
Yeah.
and those are my brothers. But something about the synergy that me and Snoop have is really interesting.
It is a magic. I like the word that you use there because when I was watching, I mean, it's one of those things where it's universal and it don't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what color you are, what generation you are. When Snoop and Dre get up there together, everybody is locked in,
Well,
right?
it's really Snoop. He's the superstar. I'm the co-star when we get on stage. It's different when we're in the studio. I'm the captain when we're in the studio, but when we
Okay.
go outside, Snoop is the guy.
But it's so LA. There's no other way to say LA than to do something than for you guys to be
I
LA.
have definitely planted my flag in Los Angeles. I'm trying to be
When
on that Kobe Bryant level.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When did you guys film that concert and how in the world did you keep that a secret?
That wasn't my business. The Olympic Committee, they handled that. I was wondering how they were going to do that.
Hmm.
And nobody had cell phones or anything like that. It was filmed the day before it aired, right?
Okay.
So trying to keep that a secret for that amount of time seems like it would have been impossible, but they made it happen. So I had nothing to do with that. I was asked to be there and I just showed up and did my thing.
There was a little movie magic going on there too, because it was looking like Venice, but we know that it was done in Long Beach, correct?
That's correct.
Why
Yes.
do you think they wanted it to look like Venice?
I have no idea. The original idea was for us to do it at the Santa Monica Pier,
Oh.
and
Mhm.
I don't know when the location changed, but I'm happy that it did change to Long Beach, which is, as we know, Snoop's hometown.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What can we expect from you and Snoop, I guess, when the Olympics come here to LA in 2028?
I'm gonna say it. I'm trying to try out for the Olympics in 2028. I'm really
You
good
gonna
at
be
art.
breakdancing?
No, 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 no. By the way, I did not like that.
That was
I don't
wild.
know. It's so many great break dancers, and I don't know why they had this particular person doing that. It was funny. It was funny. I got some laughs out of it, but what the
I could agree. There's a lot of people that I think around the way that could have watched that and said, okay, I got 4 years to get this together and could really do some damage if breakdancing would come back.
4 years?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like I mean, they're incredible. There are incredible breakdancers out right now. I don't know how that happened.
What are you trying out for? What are you going to try out for?
Archery.
And you're being serious.
I'm dead ass serious. Yeah.
Okay. So where does this come from? Where did you pick up archery?
I actually started playing around with archery in junior high, right? I stopped for a while and my son bought me a setup. I don't know if it's for my birthday or Father's Day or something like that. So I have it set up in my backyard. And I heard that qualifying for the Olympics is 77 feet and I practice at 90. Yeah, wouldn't that be interesting to go, especially with it being here in LA and win a gold
Mhm.
medal? So
Listen, I'm a little gullible, but I believe you. I believe that you're really going to try to do this.
ride with me. Come on. Yeah.
I,
I feel like I can do anything. So
That's exactly what I was about to say. I think anything you put your mind to, you probably can do if you really put your mind to it.
Da 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 da. It's the one and only Digo Double G. Snoop Dogg. Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
on another note, me and Snoop working together again, and it's been 30 years. Believe it or not, I've only produced one album on Snoop, which was Doggy Style. And that was 30 years ago. We've done a lot of things in between and songs and performances and
Hmm.
film and things of that nature. But this is my first time actually producing an entire album on him.
His album is Missionary. What was it like being back in the studio for an entire album with a 30-year gap like you did with Doggy Style?
It was much more fun to be honest because we were kids at that time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I think you know, Snoop may have been like 18 or 19 years old, and I'm I think I'm 6 years older than him. So we were kids at that time.
Yeah.
And this one is going to show a different level of maturity with his lyrics and with my music. I feel like this is some of the best music I've done in my career. So I'm really having fun. Yeah, with the musicians.
That's a high bar, Dre.
I know, I said it. I said that, and I'm proud of, and I'm not playing. But the musicians I'm working with right now, and some of the writers in the studio that are helping us, and and Snoop is really excited about this. So am I. So, yeah, it's. I think people are going to really enjoy this.
Are you done? Is the album done?
Well, as soon as we finish this, I have to go downstairs and start mixing. I wanted 14 songs. Snoop wants 16, so we have that thing happening.
Okay.
And so I'm on song number 11 as far as the mixes go. So I have to be done and delivered by September 1st to have a November release.
Okay, a couple things, because Snoop has gone through so many incarnations with himself and his music and all that.
When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot.
What's the vibe of this album? And are you on it?
I actually did a couple of songs. I'm not sure if one of them is gonna make it or not. You mean with my vocal on it, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I produced the entire album, but vocally, I think only one of them is gonna make it. There's a song, and we have like Sting on the song. We have, man, it's an amazing roster of artists that's on this album. I shouldn't have been that, to be honest.
So the vibe, yes, you should have. So the vibe is like, can I put it on Saturday? Like when I wait, is it my Saturday morning joint? Is it my Saturday night joint?
Let me just put it this way, Nischelle.
Okay.
You're gonna love this album,
Okay.
It's an album that women are gonna enjoy, and like I said, it shows a massive amount of growth and maturity with the lyrics and with the music.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Let me ask you something about Snoop though too, because you're talking about, like, I know how much love you guys have for each other, and how proud, just as a brother, were you to see? I mean, people say Snoop took over the Olympics. Like he really
did.
You know what I'm saying? He took over the entire Olympics. Like, how proud were you to see him be front and center, kind of like the face of America, to be honest?
I couldn't be any prouder, as I played a big brother role, right? Yeah. So I couldn't be any prouder. And I told him, I said, you actually made me feel like I'm not working hard enough. So I got to get back on it and do more things. I don't like going outside. He loves it, but so I'm going to work a little bit harder downstairs in my studio.
Does that sit with you though, to think about, like, when you all started out? I mean, you had a lot of success, but you also, I mean, you had people protesting, saying, that you all were enemies of the state and those type of things. And now, 30 years later, the face of America, you closed the Olympic ceremony with Snoop. Flavor Flav was front and center. Like, the face of America are hip hop artists.
Finally, they're getting hip to hip hop, I like it. I mean, to be honest with you, when we were getting protested and people were complaining and all that, from NWA to what we were doing with Death Row and Eminem, we just sit back and laugh at it, because this is what we try to do. We try to push buttons, which is part of the entertainment.
Yeah.
This is how we decided to entertain. Mm-hmm. So we're pushing your button and striking an emotion. We've done our job.
You definitely have done it well. We talked about Doggy Style having its 30th anniversary, and you're celebrating the album, but you're also celebrating with a new drink that you guys have out. It's not just about the drink, it's about like a partnership and a brotherhood with you all as well. It's called Gin and Juice. What made you all want to launch this together?
Well, it seemed like it was a no-brainer because of the song that's on his first album, Gin and Juice, of course. Laid back. This was a thought that came from Jimmy Iovine. He called me one morning and said, I got it. I got our next mission, right? And that was a layup. So me and Snoop were like, yeah, let's go. So we this isn't something, it's like the headphones. It's not something that we just put our face and name on. I actually had to fly down to Chicago and go to this laboratory with the white coat on and create the gin from scratch. You know what I mean? So it's our gin and it's our own flavors in it. So we
Okay. Is
didn't
it
just
easy
go
to
to.
sip though? Is it
It's
sippable?
easy, it's smooth.
Okay.
You know, we took elements of my favorite gin and said, okay, it has to be better than this. The packaging was done by this really creative guy. I feel
Mhm.
like he's a futurist. His name is Ennie, and he designed the can and the bottle that's going to be coming out soon, which I love. That is going to be amazing. I think that's going to come out around the time Snoop's album is coming out, and I think
Mhm.
that's in November. So, yeah, we're just having a lot of fun being creative.